Ba-doom! I'm waiting for the drummer to kick in. What's up, folks? I know you love the song, and eventually it will be on sale somewhere, somehow. Talk to Chris Walter, and he'll probably hook you up because has to be a way to listen to that song more than once every month. Hypnotex! Shout out Chris Walter. Potentially may not be here tonight, but if he is, then it'll be a surprise to me too. This is a Taft High Wildcat production. It's a reunion channel. It's a reunion broadcast. It's the #1 reunion broadcast broadcasted for Taft High. How you like that? Yeah. So it's been a while, guys, and I want to say it's been too long. And I was just talking to Shane a little while ago. We're like, what is too much? What is too little? Should we do this every week? Should we do it like once every 2 weeks, every month, once a year? I don't know. You guys tell me. Comment below. See, I just did a call to action. How do you like that? Did a call to action. All right, good folks. I want to tell you, this guy coming on board, he's the king of cool, the MC of DC. DC. Yes, he's all the way out in DC. What? Let the train in. Wait, so did I get your intro, buddy? What? We want to listen to that song. What's up, my brother? Shane Gentry, folks.
Hi, it's been a while, and I'm so grateful to be back in the presence of good conversation and good friends.
Yes. And I was thinking of the other day. People usually do want to come on board on something like this because they want to steer themselves as far away from high school as they can, because they're like, I've changed so much. I don't want to regress. Because these people remind me of the person I used to be.
Well,
am I reading into it? I'm reading into it. Maybe.
Catching up in conversation isn't regressing. It's just reconnecting.
I know. It's like a mindset.
You took away from your credo from the first season or two. So it's just people staying in touch, talking. It's all good.
How you doing? I finally got a chance to. We always say we're going to talk right before we go live, and we never really do. But we're here.
Yeah, just been doing some traveling.
Catch up now. It worked out. See?
Yeah, just been doing some traveling. I know it's been a long time. Went down to see Dad. Hung out for Father's Day, a long stretch of a weekend. Took little guy. We had. He got to see his pop and all that. We went out and did some summer stuff to the pool today.
Where's the location?
Just having a lazy Sunday, being a dad. We went to the community pool, went out a couple places, got lunch, and now it's time for adult time. And I have some things. I mean, well, here's something. You always ask what you've been up to. So I'm at the stoplight the other day, and you daydream while you're waiting for green, like we all do. And it's a thing I always thought about. I looked across the road, and there's this building that has the sign. It's the fortune teller, like the palm reader. It's a private business. It's a house that's turned into a business. And I thought to myself, one of these days, I always wanted to just abruptly just burst into the front door at that place like that and say, "Hey!" And if I startled them, were you expecting me? And then, I said, if they weren't ready for me, then, it calls them out right there if they're a fraud, right? If they're legit or not.
I get the same feeling when
I'm ornery like that, but I just want to jump in and see if they knew I was coming.
I get
your mind wanders at the stoplights.
I get the same feeling when someone just calls me before texting me. Don't they know, like the new us, we have to text to see if it's okay if we call, and how intrusive it's almost like knocking on your front door. What I mean? It's like, who does this person think they are? Just calling?
I have a teen daughter, And when I call her, our inside joke is like she thinks it's something bad or emergency if it's a call because everything's text. So when I call her, sometimes she knows I like the old fashioned, like I want to hear her voice and we chat. For those of you who don't know, I co-parent, so she lives with her mom and back and forth. So when I call her, the first thing I say when she picks up, I go, "Hey, it's me. No murder. It's all good. Nobody died." So anyway, and we start that way. But she
No
laughs
murder.
about it.
That's
Yeah, because
that's
she thinks something major happened if I call. But yeah,
uh
you're right about the text thing.
I
Yeah.
know, I know.
And,
It's
and
great. And
speaking of
then
that, yeah, go ahead.
have you ever had anybody come to your door besides a relative that wasn't an Amazon driver that just knocked on the door and said, "Oh, I just see what you were up to." I mean, have you ever like when's the last time you had somebody come to the door just to see, "Hey, I just didn't know what you were up to. I thought I'd just pop over. I was in the neighborhood." Does that
Um,
happen? Does that ever
Now
happen?
now if I know them and I'm friends, that's cool. I enjoy it. Then you gotta separate, do I live in a house, like a cool neighborhood, or an apartment complex? Things can
Yeah.
get weird. But I would just honestly have to say, Rod, if you know them and you're good with them, it's all good. But if it's somebody that you don't talk to much, yeah, it can get
Yeah,
weird.
especially if you only know them from like the community pool or something. They just knock on your door and
Or
say,
Jehovah
"Hey."
Witness, and uh,
Although Franco gets a pass because he's Franco, but he stopped by and just he just banged on
yeah,
my
but
garage
you know
door.
him. He's a friend.
I know,
That's
but so that's and he traveled all this way. So
Speaking of the texting, here's another funny thing that got me the other day, and this is funny little gripes, I guess, from getting older. Um, Alexa, stop. Sorry, I guess it's, yeah, yeah. So when you're doing, you do. I do voice text a lot because I can't type correctly with my thumbs like my daughter, and I misspell too much. So I do the voice text. It's quicker and easier. But the damn
yeah,
autocorrect, I tell you, the other day the autocorrect messed something up, and then I started to say the word autocorrect, and the microphone button was still on, and it misspelled the word autocorrect. So it's autocorrecting me, and it spelled it OTTO, like Otto Van Bismarck, correct. It's like you're gonna go text Nazi and Gestapo on me, but you're going to misspell your own enforcement?
yeah, I know, right? Especially on spell correct. How many times have you actually spelled it right, but the spell check didn't spell it right?
It
See?
says, I think you're saying this.
I'm
Right.
like, I'm a better speller than the auto speller. Hey,
Yeah.
I have a couple pics that you sent me over there, Shane. Tell me what happened on this photo here. I had posted it as a little promo, but
So I
you,
believe we
Reno
were
and
at a,
Valky,
yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's early 90s. I believe we're at a wedding and we have the groomsmen tuxedos on. Um,
we
when I'm
see, yeah.
digging back in my
Oh,
memories. Yeah.
I like the
Yeah,
hair.
yes,
Look at the
folks, the
hair,
hair,
Shane.
let it reflect, guys. That's in the early 90s. So I think it was a wedding because maybe it
So,
looks like the fort.
yeah, Falky officially has a mullet, doesn't he? I think
Well,
that's a
it's kind of
mullet
a
dog.
long hair. The mullet era is fading, but yet it's maybe morphing into the hair
Uh-huh.
metal days. He didn't keep long hair too long. He's a pretty well coiffed dude. He was always pretty good looking.
Yeah.
He used to
Well,
get the, like, if there was a chick and you're with Falky, it's like, damn it, he would get the chick because he was a good looking dude.
did you ever go
He had
out as being the wingman? Did you guys ever hit the bars up and
oh
like
yeah,
have a system? Do you have a
that's
system?
well, like your crew, you ran with Bandy and Gup and the gang. You always got your buddies back, of course. Yeah, that was wingman. I'd help a guy. You know.
I always told my brother when we were both single at one point in our 20s, I go, "Hey, so one of us goes in as the a-hole and the other one goes in to save the day as the good guy." You know what I mean? Like, is this guy bothering you? You know what I mean? And be able to, you know, I did something similar to that when I used to work restaurant in the kitchen. I told the one of the cooks that was trying to hit on the server too much. I go, "Hey, it's my Hermana, easy," you know. It's my sister, and then she comes around and goes, "Thank you so much." I go,
Then
"Well,
y'all look nothing alike.
I know we didn't
Oh,
even look like."
give me a quick second. I don't want to burn my
Oh,
pizza in the oven.
oh, go get your pizza. Hey, I just wanted to say, guys, much love. I know folks have heard my story, and I won't say much more about it, but this guy, ah, breaks my heart. love to Ike. He is my dog. Did you see my dog, Shane? My
Yes,
dog that had
and
passed away last week.
yeah, I saw your postings and
Oh,
heartfelt condolences. I mean, as we all know who own pets, they're an extension. They're family members. They're fur kids, you know. So
I
I feel you, man.
didn't want to bring the party down, but I saw him looking at me because I have a picture of him on the downloaded here, and I just had to say, "Yo, Ike, miss you, buddy." I used to have to carry him up and down stairs. Just so you guys
Yeah.
know, at home, I had to put him down last Friday, and it was. Ugh. But I got to tell you, I hope whenever my time is right, someone's raking my face and saying how much they love me, and I did the whole "he's so well, he's good," you know what I mean, and
Well,
seeing him
right.
go.
They know
That was
that you're
tough.
they know that you're present with them to the end, and it's a comforting thing. I mean,
Yeah, you want to be. I want to
it's
have
not just
someone there
not
with you, though. You
yeah,
know.
not just humans, but with pets. I mean, they're
Yeah.
with someone comforting them in their last moments. You know,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, we did the sedation thing, and then he had his. It was just tough. I haven't had a pet pass. I don't think ever like in front of me like that. It was just like, ugh. But it was kind of a peaceful thing because he was very.
It was
He had a lot.
humanely done, right?
Yeah,
Did
he
you give
had a
it a
lot, like
shot?
well, he had oxytocin overload because I spent like probably 3 hours with him waiting to get into the vet to finally get the appointment at this vet hospital. And I'm outside petting him, brushed him for like an hour because I'm like, what else am I going to do? So I just spent so much time with him. And he's like, wow, is today my birthday or something? But anyway, he definitely was in happy spirits. So there again, Mr. Papa Ike, I miss you, buddy, and
They
look
give
after
us they
us.
give him a sedative shot, right? That sends him off
Oh
into
yeah, he was like, oh wow,
painless.
he was
Yeah,
in sort of euphoria there, and because he had that, and then after me kind of talking to him and holding his head, and the whole
yeah.
thing, he had no clue what was going to happen. So
That's
I
good.
mean, which is it is a good thing because you're not having the emotion of like, what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't mean to bring the party down,
No,
Shane,
that's
but
all good.
I felt like I had
Hey,
to share. I had to share.
we're talking current events, man.
I'm still on my green juice. I like that, folks. See?
We all know, everybody, that Rod mows the lawn. He takes what's in the bag from the mower, puts it in the blender with some water and
Tastes so
juice.
good.
That's the lawn right there.
The lawn juice. That's what it is. So anyhow, um, oh, I just have to share this other pic, Shane. Check this out, folks. Shane and Miss Shane and Severy Roberts.
Ah,
You look like you should have been like an Animal House or something.
gotta love
You
the
know what I
'90s.
mean?
Well, basically, we had a house like it, and Steve Matney and then Gordon and Reno and me were all roommates. Of course, it attracted attention of all the old homies from school because it was the first like real like independent house off campus when kids were going to college, but we still had homies in high school and they would come over. Oh, we got a place to crash. So it was a center of social um,
That sense of
debauchery and
freedom, you can do
fun.
whatever
Yeah,
you want. You can
sure. Yeah,
run around with scissors, you can
that
do
was.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Sometimes when you look back on the old pictures, you say a couple things, of course, that shock you. Like, man, the hair's quite different. Like, what was I thinking with the hairdo, and maybe the clothes or the fashion, and it really hits you how much times change, even over a decade or 2 decades. Like, wow, yeah, what was
but
how different, you know?
but some things never change though, Shane, because you can still get away with wearing stuff like this.
That's right.
What?
Well, see, that's Sadie Hawkins
Can you
dance.
can you walk around town and Taft with wearing that now? I mean, what would happen?
Well, I don't know if other towns. I don't even know if other
I'm a
towns or
digger. I'm a
places
digger, Shane. I dig up photos. That's what I
know
do.
what the word or phrase Sadie Hawkins means. I always thought, because I never heard of the crap until I lived in California and we moved, if it was maybe it was a country thing or it was a small town thing, or themed dances are always a thing. But I didn't know if anybody had ever heard of a Sadie Hawkins. But people from Taft, when you see those outfits, you know.
There was only one outfit that I wish I had a picture of, and Wade would kill me. But Krista, his girlfriend at the time, he had to wear pink, and he was not too happy about it. He had pink pants and too, and I think he kind of looked like Reno. Was he dressed like kind of like Reno?
He was
Maybe
he
he was.
wasn't feeling the pink? Okay.
Maybe Wade borrowed Reno's
Hey, if you look close, look at
overalls.
Reno's go back to that again. Reno's
Okay.
shirt pattern matches the patches that I think his mom cut out and sewed to his coveralls.
So
Same
yeah, so
shirt.
who made this outfit?
So for all we know, around his belly that's hidden by the coveralls could be heart-shaped holes in his shirt. Who knows?
For you guys at home that don't recognize this, that is actually Shane on the left.
And you can
Believe it or not,
I don't know
that's
if you
Shane.
can tell, but that was my era where I had a mohawk, but yet it's relaxed and I didn't put gel in it, so it's just kind of like a high and tight looking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did the mohawk thing for a while. Mom didn't like it because senior pictures were coming up.
You should have just cut it right after the senior pictures are over. Huh? It's over.
Well,
I
there's
actually was a
I
fan.
did that once when her and my dad went on a cruise, and that when you're older, responsible teen, they leave you home alone. You're like, oh, he's got a job and he's doing this. He's training for football season. When she came home, I did it while she was gone. I took the old razor out and I was like, hey, I'm feeling a little liberal. Let's go a little nuts and have fun and be a youngster. And I just decided, hey, I'm going to do a mohawk. And when she came home, she saw it. So she wasn't ready for that. But her bargain to me was, of course, she was surprised because she always took pride in, how moms are. If you're a mama's boy, like, "Oh, you're my handsome son and your nice hair." She goes, "I can't believe you did that, but I tell you what, I'll let you do this. That's fine." Because I was a junior. She goes, "But next year, senior year, you know how it gets expensive, right? There's a lot of finality. You're getting
Yeah,
pictures, you're getting this and
yeah.
that club, you're getting your cap and gown. And of course, it's important to the parents a lot of times. And they're like, well, I'm investing, so you're not going to look like a freak. So you're going to have normal hair next year. Just
Yeah.
promise me that you'll grow it out for next year. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I'm just enjoying the summer right now, baby.
Who else had? Didn't it somebody else have a mohawk at the same time you did? Was it like
I'm,
Broha or someone
I'm
else?
sure. I know
And
Sammy
then
had one at one
didn't
point.
you guys both? Oh, I thought you.
I think Sammy and Sutton had one at one point a few times. I don't know. That was.
So it wasn't one of those. Hey, if you get a mohawk, then I'll get a mohawk.
I mean,
It
I wasn't
wasn't
the
like
first man in
it was like
history to
that.
have a mohawk. I was just like, when you're young and wild and having fun, and you're thinking like, just free spirit, just having fun. It's hair; it'll grow back.
I've never had one. Let me take that back. We won't get far into it, but you know that I had a mohawk on one occasion back in the day
The Mr.
before
T
it
fun
was
run.
yeah, before it was okay to before before it wasn't okay to do. But yeah, Yendor was Mr. T back in the day. There I said it, and I ran a marathon. Okay, a 5K marathon is technically a marathon, right? Is that
Well,
is
if
that
you're the average
justified?
person who doesn't run a lot, but you're in fairly good shape, it's quite a hike. When I did
Yeah,
5Ks, you know, I was it worked you. Um, you know, now marathon's a whole other universe. Like you're
yeah,
running,
but they
what is
tend to
it, 26 something miles?
yeah,
Like, yeah,
well,
you got to
yeah.
be on another mental plane for that. Oh Lord.
But don't they call it a 5K marathon, right? So in a sense, it's a version of a marathon.
I mean, if you're
That's
slapping
what I'm going
a
with.
term on it, I mean, loosely term marathon meaning a long run, but like the true scientific, you know, Olympic term of marathon when you get down to the real miles.
I'm gonna go with I've ran a marathon. How you like that?
There you go.
And I
Feel
wasn't even
proud.
in Princeton.
Feel proud, Rod. You did it.
And I didn't even bonk at the end of my
I had
marathon.
a
I
buddy I
went
worked
all the way through. See?
I had a buddy I worked with, and he had a funny thing he would say too, because he knew that at the time I was doing 5Ks and I was in different cardio health, and we would do it with some friends or maybe as couples. And sometimes a lot of it's for charity, right? So it makes it more fun and motivating. So you do it, and there's a big event, you get free swag. That's what a lot of 5Ks do if it's a big sponsored thing. But he would say, "What are you doing this weekend? The what and what? The 5K? You're running how far?" And he goes, "And no one's chasing you?" Like, his whole thing, he wasn't a
I
runner. He
know.
was like he
I have to
couldn't
have a
get how people ran
volleyball.
long distances, and I thought it was funny as hell.
Like if you're chasing someone or a ball, or you need to have a ball. For some reason, when you have a ball involved, you forget. You forget how much energy, or then you get competitive. but without doing it with without a ball, how do you focus? You're like, how about if I just stop running? That's why I love racquetball. I feel
Nope.
like one of those, like a cat with a laser. You
No
know what
one's
I mean?
chasing me. I'm just gonna
Like,
walk.
where's the ball? Follow the ball. Follow the ball. But shout out to James Conn, by the way. James Conn. Yeah, I have this. Check this out, Shane. Have you seen this thing? See
Sonny
if we can show you.
Corleone.
Oh, I don't know if
Oh,
you can.
there he is. Look
James
at you.
Conn is in there somewhere. No, there's De Niro. Anyway, I can't really pick it up too well, but he's back there. Shout out to James Conn. He had passed this week, and so I'm the Rod Father. I'm not YeNDoR at the moment. It's
Hey,
my new
hey,
name.
hey, Rod. To common viewers and maybe new ones, why don't you speak a little bit about your lighting because your lighting looks suspect and it looks red, like you're maybe in the strip club.
Well, some of you may know when I was living in Taft, I was having fun with black lights and red lights, and and they said, well, you should go without the red at night because it looks like you're sponsoring whorehouse, and that was not true. Though it was red light, but no horse. So, but yeah, I got a black or one of those ring lights.
Mm.
So you see it.
You know.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's kind of like you're under the broiler, but you're just not, you know,
I
getting
went with
cooked.
red though. The white was just blinding my eyes, and I have blue sensitive eyes, Shane. Very sensitive. So I went with red.
Hey, I saw this odd thing the other day. There's an ice cream truck going down the road, and it was in with suburbia and close to a lot of metro uh,
Wait. In DC, they have ice cream trucks.
DC area. Yeah, we live a lot.
What?
We're on the Virginia side of the Potomac, of course, but it's still a lot of metro, a lot of city, a lot of diversity, and you get the enclaves of little. You got little China, little this, a lot of Hispanic X. Like, there's so many. There's so many nationalities here. Um, it's so rich. And so, but one funny thing I noticed, and this is more than one Hispanic neighborhood, when they have an ice cream truck, the instrumental music that you hear as they slowly drive down the road, it was all
Really?
Christmas songs, and I thought it was
Oh,
hilarious. Here we are in July, and you're hearing like Silent Night and stuff as the truck goes. Maybe they didn't know different, and they just picked some music and thought, just play music to get
I
attention.
I tease you not. That we're not private, so I can't swear quite yet. But when we go private, I'm a sailor. How you like that? No, so I'm literally in my car, just like day before yesterday, thinking, you know what? I wish I just lived a little bit more of a more simple life and just maybe managed an ice cream truck. And I was literally thinking about an ice cream truck, how fun that would be to have all the kids running out to collect money, and just like they did in the 80s. I go, I don't think they do that anymore. But I was surprised you mentioned ice cream truck. I used to jump on the back of it, go for a ride every once in a while. Then
I've got
they get mad. Have you
I've
done that
I
before?
I've got ice cream truck couple stories. Yeah, it's funny that we jumped on this. So here's one. When I was younger in I don't know, maybe elementary school age, when you ran with your pack of buddies and you had your BMX bike, that age, and you would see the truck, you might have had that buck or two or some change that mom gave you. So we would go up the block until he got to his stop. And then of course the kids flock around. They stop once they see people coming. Well, one day my buddies and I, this was in Taft, and we booked it. We got on our bikes and saw he was maybe a block away, and he was still going at a slow pace. And as we got closer, we're riding. It's almost like you're an ET and you want to get him in a basket, help you float up in the sky and catch up to him.
Hey,
So
can
we
I
finally,
can I use that as the thumbnail on this video of you
yeah,
doing that action?
we're tailing him, and the closer we get, the more he speeds up, and we're like, what the. And we can't catch him. And, like, you got buddies, they're waving their like $1 bill, like showing, hey, I want to get ice
Oh
cream.
wow, yeah.
So you're hoping that maybe he's looking in his rearview mirror, and he just kept on going and going. So we're all out of breath. And then we realized what the heck was happening. He was going to Bob's Handy Mart because he was out of gas. He had to go fuel up. So he was driving to the gas station to get gas. He wasn't avoiding us. It was
Uh-huh.
just like, it just dawned on us when we got there after we're panting and we lost like 5 pounds. And it's the summer. We're about to faint. And we see he pulls into the gas pump. It's like, oh. No wonder. But we thought he's like, dude, we were hauling butt and trying to catch this guy.
Okay, that is like one of the childhood episodes where I first had anxiety. I think because I'm like, you hear that? I try to remember the actual song, the Ice Cream Man song. I'm trying to. He's gonna come to me later. I'm gonna
Oh,
think.
it's Wildcat
Oh, I know
Chat.
what it is.
No, it's
No,
Ice Cream
there's some
Man,
type
catch
of
me when I'm
jingle.
catching by. It's Van Halen. I did a song overlay for one of your promos. Remember? It's the Ice Cream Man. Catch
No,
me
but
when
there's a certain
Wildcat Chat.
jingle from back there. Maybe well we're not from the same area. Maybe my area in Bakersfield at the time was a little different because there's some type of specific little jingle that came along to where you knew it was the Ice Cream Man. Then you would flip out because
Oh,
you'd be looking around for
I
change.
got it. My daughter and I laughed about it. It's the same. It's like the
Yes.
yeah. It's like music in the elevator for
Then it would roll. It would just keep on going like you couldn't get out of your head.
Unless you're in the Hispanic neighborhood and they play Silent Night and Christmas.
Okay, this right. Ironically, this is the person that heard the same jingle. Oh, she just took off. Oh, my sister was there. She didn't know I was bringing her in. Maybe her audio was bad.
If that doesn't pan out, I got one more thing, and I'll leave the subject alone since we're with the ice cream.
Oh, she's back.
So I thought if I were like, say, what if you're like investing, like an Elon Musk or whatever? You get a fleet of trucks, but instead of ice cream, have medicinal marijuana. Just bring the marijuana to the people, right? And it's change the music.
Yeah.
Maybe have instrumentals like Cypress Hill, just cruising down the street, right? Little NWA in Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg playing,
I think for some reason it would get shut down for some reason because
no. Keep it legit.
Like, go ahead,
like,
give me one of these
no,
too while you're at it. And
times have changed. It's a mobile dispensary, Rod. Times have changed.
I have somebody coming in, and I've known this person longer than I've known you, Shane. Believe it or not, it's my sister. What?
Hi.
Boom. Jenny,
peanut butter in the hair. Peanut butter in the hair.
Jennifer, do you remember how we used to flip out when we heard the candy man, the ice cream man, and we would look for change and say, "Mom, get us some change." And for some reason, the parents would move in like slow motion to get money, and you're thinking like, the longer you take, the harder you got to run to catch him, right?
Well, I don't remember the candy man. I do remember the ice cream man, and the reason they seemed so slow is because we were in a big hurry.
Yeah.
And as soon as I sat down on the couch, the diva came.
Oh, Oscar.
Diva? Yeah, the diva wants on camera.
I love when Oscar like gets all up in your business. You have to move him like 6 or 7 times an hour.
He does that quite a bit. He does this new thing where he because Todd and I we sit in the living room to eat. We have one of those coffee tables that pull up, and he likes to sit between us and beg for food now. And he's never done that before. This is a recent thing.
You know who Oscar reminds me of? Like, isn't it a white cat just like Oscar, who's on the world famous memes where they have the screaming, crying Karen, and there's the Oscar, like the cat sitting by the salad plate saying, "No, it's this."
Yes, that's him. Yeah. The overused meme. Yes.
I have a question. Jennifer, I have a question. How many times has he slapped you since the Oscars? Is he thinking that it's cleared? Can he slap you in the face now? I mean, is it okay?
His name's not Will.
I know. I just wonder if he's like, oh, I could slap her in the face.
Yeah, no, he can't do that. He can bite. He bites me all the time.
He bites you all the time? That's not good.
This little needle teeth.
Yeah. But he stopped doing it in the middle of the night, though. So I'm thankful for that.
There you go.
Yeah. I remember in the 80s when certain like cable knit sweaters and things were in. Like if you had a cat, if they jumped on you and their claws latched on, they could just hang on like a Velcro wall.
Oh, yeah.
Around your cat on your sweater.
Yeah. Really.
So we've both have some pet losses lately, Jen. And how many pets do you currently have now? I don't even know nowadays.
3.
3?
Yeah. For whatever reason, we had 8 pets, and don't ask me why. We just kept acquiring them. They kept finding us, and we've literally lost a pet a year since 2018. And we just lost Rosie 2.5 weeks ago on Mom's birthday, and that one was a real hard one. And this is her sister Lily.
You quiero Taco Bell.
That's Lily.
You quiero Taco Bell.
She's lost both of her sisters. You what?
Does he smell the Taco Bell bag when you come back from Taco Bell?
Well, first of all, it's a she, Lily.
I'm sorry.
Rod, how well do you know your sister? It's your sister.
I don't
bro.
hang out with her pets very often. If you haven't noticed.
And secondly, I can't even begin to tell you last time I got Taco Bell, so probably not.
Can she say chalupa?
Dude, all I know is Taco Bell at my age anymore. It's like you better have like a quick access to the facilities or take the day off. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not like.
Oh wow, maybe that's all she had to say. Are you there, Shane?
Maybe the Taco Bell was starting to hit her, and
I know.
Handle your business.
I was just. Sometimes people just bug out. She'll probably be back, but yeah, I was telling Rachel the other day, I've been doing so good with my nutrition, Shane. I would usually, like, on the way home, maybe veer off to get some fast food thing and then shoot to the house. I go, you know how long it's been since I've gone to Taco Bell or Del Taco just to grab some tacos on your way home?
It is nice to splurge on greasy, guilty pleasure once in a while. It is, but of course, sparingly. I'll tell you one thing I won't eat anymore ever, and I haven't done it in years. I just can't touch McDonald's. Not only is it bad, but if you did eat it, then it doesn't sit well. But I know my son likes it. He's a kid, but like I can't do it. And then you see those things, you read those stories online where somebody had a Happy Meal that was in a car for 20 years and it looks impeccably like perfect condition with the preservatives where it didn't like dissolve. I'm like, yeah, that's another thing, what it does to you. I'm like, dude, I can't do it. And everyone, kudos to Rod. I mean, that's good discipline. I know when I think of you and what you eat, probably if I ever like crosses my mind that you are a healthy eater. You share some of the dishes you're making, and it's impressive. It's admirable.
Much squash on my table.
I mean, we all should eat better. But here's a thing that you may find maybe funny. When you reach 50, you like what you like, and you don't want to cut to the chase with a lot of stuff. And I'm telling you what, one of the challenging things when I go to grocery stores is, it used to be in and out, grab this and that. Now it's such a freaking challenge just to find a proper frozen pizza. I have to go rummage through. I spend more time going through all these. Oh, it's vegan style this, or what is it?
Is this plant-based?
Yeah, plant-based pepperoni pizza, and all the boxes say cauliflower crust, and all I want is just a genuine old-fashioned pizza because the mood struck me, and I spend 10 minutes finding a real pizza where the majority is the healthy stuff, and now the minority is the evil, old, greasy, uncured pepperoni. But hey, old people challenges, right?
I gotta tell you, I still have an itch to have a pizza pocket from high school, and I'm gonna find it. There has to be a way.
With nuclear scalding heat in the middle that hurts your tongue.
Yeah, they were so good. Gup was on board because I remember him getting one every day of his high school career, I believe.
Right.
I think he sponsored Pizza Pockets.
Pizza Pockets. We were fortunate, for those who don't know. Taft Union High School was a good system. They were well funded by the oil industry. We had pretty good food. I don't know other schools across the country what they ate, but popular days for me included Pizza Day, Burrito Day, and of course the Hot Pockets. And then we had that side when you got into high school. Remember, you could go buy stuff from that snack bar, like nachos, that wasn't the cafeteria line.
Yeah. It was like off to the side.
Yeah, you can get others. You can get a taco salad.
And then I think it was Wednesday. There was I was gonna say there was like a taco salad Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
And what's funny is we're all in high school. You think because we're older that this wouldn't happen. I spoke of it like a while ago, but everybody would just kind of start, walking fast, but then they want to be first in line. So soon, they would pick it up to a little baby jog. And then before you know it, you'd turn into this thing. Everyone's trying to get there before, and then that's when I used to
run out of something. Is that what you're talking
about? I pulled her shirt, and then I would get. That's what I would do.
Are we talking the demand for a certain item at the cafeteria? You're saying? Is that?
Oh, yeah, I think it was. It was like Taco Wednesday. Like, I want the freshest tacos. Check it out.
Chivalry goes right out the door when Rod sees Taco Wednesdays. He's knocking down ladies and pulling shirts.
I feel you, Layla.
And who would know he would be this guru of health and this pillar of vegan. Just, hey, look at me and my luxurious long hair and my muscles, and he was tearing down people for tacos as a high schooler.
Yeah, I was the one getting trampled in high school for sure. For sure.
See, they're making a movie about it. In a world where people eat healthy, there was this man who.
I know. Oh, Jen's back. Hold on. Maybe she has something to talk about.
Jen and her animals. Crikey!
Yeah, my phone kept. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can smell you. Actually, I got smell-o-vision. I love your conditioner. Is that got coconut in it?
I don't think you'd want to have that. I have Moroccan oil.
So that's weird that you know that.
It's a lucky guess.
That's a nice funny.
Sounds creeper, doesn't it? I got a camera there,
No, my phone kept picking me off, so I broke out my laptop. Ow! He bit me. See, he bit me. Hi, guys.
A pet mother's love.
What are you supposed to do when your pet bites you? You know what I did to Toby? He tried to bite me one time when he was super young, and you know what I did? I bit him back. I bit him back really hard, and he's never bit me again since then. I go, ow! Then I grabbed his leg. I literally bit his leg, and he's like, "Oh, that does hurt." All right, never mind. And then he never bit me after that.
Yeah.
So,
I
your animal, folks.
Saw one time, and I just got a mouthful of fur, and it was gross. So I've never tried that again. That's gross.
Call me the Rod father.
Oh, Rod, your audio is weird. Fix your mic. Your audio is fine.
There you go.
All right, sorry about that. I'm referred to me as the Rod father now, Jen. Is that weird? Is that weird for you?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
He'll make you a stream. He'll make you a stream chat you can't refuse.
This is the Godfather themed show, Jen. I'm just saying.
Is it because of
James Caan? James Caan, yeah. Jen, tell the story, Jen, about James Caan with the mom getting James Caan's
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. So it was after the Laker game. It was at the Bulls game. It was the one that I think I had the flu or something. So one of your friends or coworkers took my ticket back in the 90s.
Glenn, I remember that.
And it was after the game, and James Caan is standing on the floor, and my mother walks up to him and taps him on the shoulder, and then he turns around. She doesn't wait for any kind of like words or anything.
There's no setup. There's no like, excuse me, Mr. Khan, can I get a selfie with you?
It's like tap,
before selfies.
And she takes a picture of them, and so we have this like.
And he's like, "We strange lady."
So he wasn't ready for that.
No.
He has this look on his face, though. It's hilarious.
Yo, Sonny, surprise!
He's got this look like, "What do you bother me?" Like, it was hilarious. Oh, Mommy, I want to set it up more next time. Like,
No.
Excuse me, not to interrupt you watching the game, but can we get a quick?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rod will be meeting with his sister offline to set up segues for the next chat.
I'm going to send you the picture right now. I don't know if you need to prep it to put it on here. I found it recently, and I have it on my phone. The James Caan picture.
Oh, you know what? I can do that.
The James Caan Dare in the Headlights picture. Give me
you have that?
I think you shared something like that, right? Like it was a video or a picture when you talked about it?
Yeah, recently when I found the picture, I was going through a bunch of photo albums and stuff, and I found that one.
Did you already send it?
Nope, I'm still trying to give me a quick second. Talks amongst yourselves, both of you.
Bandy and Franco. I guess they're busy. They're going to be the field warriors for us in Pismo. Apparently, they're out and about.
Oh yeah, you were going to get some remote correspondence today.
No, I think they think they ditched us.
I'm just trying to see Julio doing shirtless eating pizza again.
Well, we saw Bandy not too long ago at Mom's party.
Yes. My mom had a birthday party in Bakersfield. And,
I just sent it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good gathering.
Hey, just push your link out to like every single contact you have.
Okay, check this out.
See who will pop in.
Look at that look on his face.
There he is.
Well, I said that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's not as bad as I remember, though. You know, it looks actually a pretty good shot. I thought it was more like a, like, you know.
The context of it is funnier though. She's like, beep beep, and then there's no hi, no nothing, just like click.
Hey, Jen, you're pretty savvy with Hollywood stuff too. Isn't him and his son, Scott Conn, were always close and good relationship, didn't they too? Right? Because his son Scott Conn acts too. He was in movies. Yeah,
he actually he just did 10 years of Hawaii Five-0 too, and James Conn was on the show.
Was in Varsity Blue too. He was driving a cop car naked with chicks. Like
I do remember that, and he was also in the Ocean 11 movies and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, they were pretty close.
I loved James Conn in Elf. I think that was his.
Oh, that was so. It was perfect because it was like bitter, gripey, angry him just being himself.
Yeah,
with a Will Ferrell screw up, but like it was so natural because like you're getting fed up. Like who's this jerk off? And like
it was natural because I heard
I loved it.
That he was annoyed by Will Ferrell, so it worked out perfectly. I thought,
he
didn't like him. You know?
And it was so surprising that he would do a movie.
It worked
like
for the film,
and that made it even better. That this big tough guy mafia, you look at him and think of like Godfather and stuff, playing this like Christmas comedy, and that made it even better.
Lord.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's too bad. Just sad. Yeah, my ball needed.
Imagine having Al Pacino playing that role. You know what I mean?
That would have been.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, that would have been pretty funny.
Why did I do? I can't do an Al Pacino. I'll have to work on it.
He keeps doing a drive-by, like coming to bite me and then running away.
Well, at least he's not slapping you. He's not slapping you, so there you go.
Yeah, but a bite hurts worse than a slap. Just so you know.
Shane, I have another picture.
Sorry, Jen, you just sounded like some kind of Springer episode. You know, a bite hurts worse than a slap. I know he loves me because he beats me and shit. Sorry. You see Springer, Springer's a circus. So.
Oh my gosh.
Shane, I was surprised to see who was in the shot when you sent it to me yesterday. I wish I could zoom in, but Gup looks like a madman there.
Is that Gup in the middle?
Gup is in the middle bottom, and I'm on the bottom left. Oh, and Fedorov, my favorite person is Fedorov in the top row, third one in. He has the perfect Bad News Bears hair of the 70s. That's Eric Fedorov.
And then Dave, was it Jonesy. Dave Johnson? Jonesy's on the right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Dave Johnson in the center?
Forrest Meeks is down there.
Aww.
That's a day. There's people missing from our team from the shot. Luke Roten and Doug Luna and Chris Matheny were part of that team. I love that team.
Who's on the bottom left? Who's that guy?
Well,
I don't have it close to you. Oh, that is you, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of me.
Oh, wow, it is you. What about the far right? Who's at the far right?
Falky's above me. There's David Woods.
There's Falky above you.
Bottom right is a guy named Donnie Price. He wasn't the greatest. He was, back in the day with Little League and Babe Ruth, you'd put your weakest player like in right field. And so Donnie Price, bless his soul, he was a nice kid. But he was out in right field one day and it turned super hot, like heat stroke hot. And like, when you're out there waiting for the pitch, and, they don't say, hey, batter in Babe Ruth because you're like supposedly more grown up. So you're out there just waiting. And so like, I think Aaron Falky was playing first base that day. So right field's right behind him. And you kept hearing saying, Aaron. He's turning, dude, shh, come on, man, the play's coming. Aaron. And he was trying to get his attention because he didn't feel well. Next thing we know, you see the umpire calling timeout because he could see the other direction. We're facing the batter, and the ump looks out. He fainted. He fell back and went, like timber, like straight back on his back, and they had to call timeout because he fainted from the heat. So
Oh
he
my
was
gosh.
calling for help, and he was passed out in right field. So they had to go get him some water, cool him off, and get someone else out there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
no point to the story. It was just like that was my memory of Donnie Price. He passed out in the summer.
There you go. Well, it is
Hey,
the
that's
summer. It's
that's
probably
Taft. Careful.
105 degrees.
Baseball.
You know what? Aaron will probably tell you. He probably remember this because I robbed him of a triple in the 100-inning baseball game that we had in high school, and it was
Was that charity? 100?
Yeah, it was like a
that.
fundraising thing, and we ran it through the pitching machine, and we would do like 3 innings at a time. We would be like 9 outs or something like that.
Sure, take
And
breaks.
then we
Nice.
would switch it, but anyway, he hits this ball, and I was playing center field, and he hit it so hard that I just took off running. I just started running where I thought he was going to land, and I just happened to time it. And I looked up, and sure enough, he was right in that area. And I left my feet, and I caught it, and I fumbled around, and I got it all dirty, and it was probably the best catch I've ever had. So,
And then you had to like hold it
Yeah, I
up.
should.
That's right.
Got it.
That's some glory, man.
victory! And then I ran into Clint Watts, and I jumped into his arms, and he was happy. So there you go.
Aw, that happy ending.
I did, the thing when he jump into the person and it catches you like this. I was a
It's
little
so
dude, so
it's so
it was
romantic.
pretty. It was pretty. I know. I felt like I was in a movie. I feel like I go, well, roll credits, but we had another 50 innings to play. So,
Oh my gosh. Let's see this.
by the way, check this out. Apparently, Mom's watching. Jen, check this out. This is a family show. You two
Hi,
don't know
Mom.
how James Caan's story went down. You need to find all 3 of those pictures. Oh, Mom.
You got
Calm
the
down.
story wrong. You're getting
Calm
story
down.
shamed. Hey, you're getting story shamed from your mom because you're diverting the truth.
Well,
What are you,
technically,
what are you,
I
Fox
wasn't
News?
there. So my version is like, a retelling of someone else's version. So I could totally be wrong. I admit
Well,
it now.
Well, he kind of looks like is he hitting on Mom? I don't know. Does he have that look? He does now. Now you look at it, you're like, maybe he was like, I don't know. Maybe
Hey, she can sue for some Me Too money from his estate.
Oh,
maybe
goodness.
maybe Mom got the digits. Maybe that's how it went down. We didn't even know it. And she's
Maybe.
see,
Maybe.
maybe the private chat will know. We'll
For all
figure
we
this
knew,
out.
it was James C-O-N.
That is silly.
Silly. Oh man.
Hey,
This guy has ignored me all day until now.
Hey Rod,
What's
if you were going to invest, since you were talking about doing your exercise, you used to do training, and you were talking about doing the vegan things, and you're showing your little fancy pan. Look at me cooking with your videos sometimes. Would you invest like in a brand? Like, would you call it something? Maybe like you going to do some kind of like plant-based everything, or what would be your company?
I don't know. I just buy some produce. I don't know.
Ronco.
You mean if I had my own company? I was thinking about doing reverse marketing. Because people would say, "Oh, this one's low in sugar," and you just say something about it being just the opposite of what you're wanting it to say, just because it sounds funny. Extra fatty steak, or like extra sugary. You know what I mean? Like you're saying just the opposite, and then
Heart
they
attack,
would-
like frozen heart attack burgers or something.
Yeah, and then they look at the nutrition label, and they're like, "Oh, they were just lying. It's not really that bad for you." It's like,
Right.
just
Oh,
making
I got
this-
you. Yeah, a little sarcastic. Signage and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, tasteless something or whatever.
So the unhealthy people will buy it. The people who
Yeah.
need it the most. Is that what
You
you're
know,
wanting to do?
On that theme, when I lived in Roanoke,
Trick 'em.
Virginia,
See?
I lived in Roanoke, Virginia. It was kind of like, I guess, like a Bakersfield-sized town. It's southwest of me, about 4 hours. There was an owner who had a bar and grill, very popular and hip. It was called Awful Arthur's, and it was Awful Arthur's Seafood.
See?
They had a bar. Sometimes they had live bands, but they had, it was your local cool hangout bar and grill, where like it was all the stuff across the menu was good because they had a cool like chef in there. But right on your theme, Awful Arthur's, but it was
See?
actually great, and everybody hung out there.
Nice.
See, because now they don't have expectations. They're like, maybe it's not as bad as it's not awful.
That's right.
They're
Right,
frozen.
See,
it must be your red
you
light.
should go on your
district
first
you're living in.
state, Shane. You have to say this is going to be the worst state that you're going to ever go on, but we'll get through it. You know what I mean? Like when you first go out with somebody, Shane. Maybe that's your approach. See,
What's a date?
this could probably be the worst night of your life, but it only hurt for a little bit.
See, by this age, if you're, here's my theory. I've chatted with folks that are like single too or divorced at this certain age, and you get a certain age, it like the pickings get slimmer, like your chances, because by this age, most either fits or matches for you like are already taken or already settled down by now, married or dating. So like your options are less. But I'm cool because hey, I can live comfortably with myself. I've been asked about it, like, are you getting out there? I mean, I have here and there, but I'm not chasing nothing. You know, my focus are my kids and stuff. I stay busy, but yeah, I've been asked like, but there's less options out there. Everybody's already lined up.
I think she'll just appear. And you'll just have to keep your eyes.
She'll appear.
No, it will. Because it happens when you least expect it. Like it does. Like I wasn't in the mindset to dating when Todd and I got together, and someday she's just gonna pop up, like at the gym or at the store, and then boom, there it is.
It just says inflate here.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That was bad of me to say. Plus, it's the clean hour of his broadcast. But no, he was going to invest. He was going to invest in like maybe
there you go.
like
where'd he go?
Something health wise. You know,
I know my internet just went south.
Yeah, so he's going to invest.
I'm in the garage, folks. If you didn't notice today,
I can tell by the Godfather picture.
He's going to invest in a company that makes routers called Going South Routers. You know, so he keeps them online. But you know, and then once you get that clean connection, you could think, you know, I mean, like there's a lot of options out there. I mean, I don't know. You read, so you know how things show up in your feed that you find funny, like all this info comes at you because the age we live in. You might see some kind of ad or meme or TikTok, and how did this get here? You know, I didn't ask for it, but you see some interesting stuff. And there was a guy talking about, you know, I've been thinking about investing in salamander breeding, which sounded super like off the wall to me. I'm like, what? Salamander breeding? Is there a market for that? I mean, you never heard of that? I mean, he says, I got into that, you know, he heard about it on cryptocurrency website, and then he recently invested in it with the hopes of turning it around to use that investment profit to start up his salamander breeding. It crashed. He lost all his funds, as you hear on the stories on the news. He lost all his funds that was intended for salamander breeding. The idea went virtual. He went virtually bankrupt, which because we think that money doesn't exist. Crypto, I don't get the crypto thing, like it's not real. He went virtually bankrupt like in 10 minutes after securing his investment in the cryptocurrency. And I was like, what a funny full circle. Like, what the hell did I just read? But oh well, you know, I guess the dice was loaded from the start. He shouldn't have invested in
salamanders.
Mythical crap for a funny idea. Anyway,
wow.
The stuff you read online.
Shane gets the award for the most random conversation on the WiLDCaT chat.
This stuff finds me. You know, if you want something, if you start a chat one night and you got nothing to talk about, just tell me. Hang on a minute. I'll look through my feed and find something weird. It finds me. I just pass it along to try to share some kind of laughs and pleasure. I want to spread laughter. That's my goal.
When you Google something and then like, you know, half hour later, an ad for that comes up on your Facebook feed. Like your phone is like listening to you.
I never Googled salamander breeding. Don't ask me how it shows up.
You just Googled breeding.
I didn't even watch any nature shows that week. My kid wasn't on my computer looking for salamanders.
That is a very, very random thing to do.
Hey, you don't know what you're going to get when you show up on the chat. See,
just never know.
You see, if y'all would jump here and join us, you know, we three are the regulars. If you come on here and give us some, you know, some solid conversation, we wouldn't.
Hey, I have some meat for the stew.
I'm sorry, you did Google salamanders. You know you did.
Oh,
you're not the only one.
No, it wasn't salamanders. I was Googling guppies, and there he is.
Oh,
I was going to ping.
Gup, did you get my instant message to you? I sent you Cal Valve 8
Cal Valve picture, yeah.
Before Rod got it. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Oh, your pops was a coach too. See, we were short-handed that day, don't you think? We were missing people.
Yeah, there was only 9 guys right there.
I think people had like stuff going on because we had people.
I think Wes Souls was on that team too. I can't remember for sure.
Luke Roten, Matheny, Doug Luna, your dad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Your dad was the best coach. Your dad was the best coach.
Yeah, he just made sure everybody had fun. He didn't take it too serious until you.
Did we not have a good chemistry and a fun team, man? That was that was a good time.
I got a charge every time he would say "good hustle," and whenever he told me that, I'd like, yes. He
would crack me up in Little League when I was out on the mound. If I wasn't throwing too well, I'd see him come out there and I'm like, damn it. You come out here just to piss me off. He's all, yep. And I'm like, all right, you did your job. And then he could go back and I'd start throwing better after that.
Do you remember the time that I got a walk from you, Gup?
Yeah, and I tried to pick you off like 16 times in a row.
Yeah. You were like, you're not stealing second off me.
I'm like, I'm going to get this guy.
And I was like, that was the thing. I used to steal bases, Shane. I couldn't hit the ball good.
Rod was a thorn in people's side.
And I thought I had a good pickoff move. I guess Rodney is very easy to read. Rodney is like 7 or 8 steps off. But Rodney can, with his size, can only get about 5 or 6. So I'm like, I can get this guy. I'm like, he's not this fast.
Hey, I have a theory. Tell me if I'm wrong, Gup. When Rod played, even if he was out there leading off, right, trying to sneak out, tell me when you were trying to pick him off, he did not play. He played with a smile. He was grinning at you, wasn't he?
Oh, the whole time.
Once it, happy
after that. No, seriously.
That's what made it mad. That's what made
it worse.
Yeah, after he got back that first time, he gave me that little snicker. I was like, okay. I'm like, you mother,
I think I laughed whenever I was running the first.
You did. You kept smiling and just like, you're not going to get me, but keep trying.
I remember your wiggle that you would do every time you were up for bat.
Me or Rodney?
Rod.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, digging the feet in? Yeah, you got to dig the feet in.
Shimmy.
I remember Gup's wiggle. What wiggle? I think so. Yeah, this look of determination.
Maybe if you ask nicely, Gup will stand up and do it for us in the camera view.
What, my wiggle?
You're up to bat. Do your up to bat.
Show us the ideal, batting positioning. Gup.
Show us up to bat, Gup. Let's see you up to bat. Come on.
This is still live right now, right? Yeah, so we got
Yeah,
give me about 5 minutes and I'll do it.
Oh, come on.
And I bet he's even got a bat laying around somewhere.
Hey, I know all of you.
There's a couple over there.
For all the tens of viewers out there, I'm sure they're waiting for you to do it, Gup. Come on, do it for all 10 of us.
Yeah, I can't right now. No.
Do you think Paul Stanley would leave the fans hanging? Come on, man.
Oh, all right. All right.
Oh, he's going to do it? All right, I was going to do it, but now he can do it. See how
you heard it here, folks.
You see how I did it? Acted like I was going to. Then I was
you gotta know the weak spot. There you go. Do it.
Oh, there it is. Look at
a mullet.
Look at the look.
Is that a mullet?
Look.
then the camera just goes.
And that bat. That is a high school bat, 33.5-inch Black Magic. I don't know if you guys remember that one. But yeah, we used it.
Do you have a mullet?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like an adult.
I'm growing my shit out to make it look as stupid as hell. I just got it cut today, and this is what's crazy. The lady, I went to Supercuts, and the lady was there. I was like, oh, my God. Right when I walked in, I'm like, I've been there 3 times. She's cut my hair 3 times. Every time she's screwed it up. And I'm like, well, I'm going for a stupid look anyway, so I'm just see what happens this time.
I'm going for a stupid look, so she'll do.
But no, I told her, I'm like, finger length, in the front. Usually I get it like one on the sides, finger length in the front, spike it up in the front, comb everything down. But this isn't even finger length here. It's just like there's patches, and I'm just like, well, it looks pretty stupid. So
Gup, you do know that one of your best friend's wives is a hairdresser, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ann Bandy. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
But
I don't want to bother her though on like a Sunday or
not to
afternoon.
reference, not to reference again, but you remember Aaron Falke had a mullet, so it's kind of cool to have a mullet.
Yeah, it's kind of grown in. I mean, you got the gray on this side over here, which I've always had. You know, short.
That's very business.
He's got business in the front.
Oh, I love
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, it's starting. Yeah, it's nice.
Can I shave your head like I did back in the day?
No more ice cream cones or any of that shit.
Lines,
No.
anything like that?
No more triple lines or.
Hey Rod, you got an old picture that has some design shaves in his head that you can pull up?
Oh my gosh!
When he was all cool and had the sweatshirts and all that.
I remember Wes Souls gave me an ice cream cone in the back of the head one time. I think Wes was the first one to was it either you or Wes the first one to start.
I did ice cream
hair.
cone, I think, because
was it you?
It started as something else, but it looked so much like an ice cream cone that I went with it because it was for some reason we had this drumstick. I think was what it was.
If it was Sammy, he was sipping a Pabst Blue Ribbon the whole time and he laughed.
Probably.
While he was shaving it.
I don't know. I had some really ridiculous haircuts back in the day, and now obviously.
Hey Rod, you were talking about the irony of like names to make something quality. There's a hair salon called what was it? Ridiculous Haircuts. There you go, Rod. Good name for a business.
Oh,
Ridiculous Haircuts.
There you go.
No appointment needed.
Yep. I can be on your poster.
There you go. Oh my! So.
He's stuck again.
Rodney just got all digital. Let's get digital.
Rod, his lighting is so weird. It's like he's about to finish off Anakin Skywalker. Look at his lighting.
Oh my gosh.
He's in the garage, or his garage.
Oh yeah.
That Obi-Wan series. Oh my gosh, that gave me a.
Were you mad that it was only 6 episodes? Like,
can you hear me okay?
At first, yes, but not after it ended. I was so happy.
Yeah, anything Star Wars, I'm like, give me more. It's like crack.
Yeah, I cried. I cried.
I haven't watched any of those. I did watch the new Thor yesterday.
How was that?
You know, I wanted to love it because I love the Marvel movies.
And
you
like his physique too.
You what, Shane?
Plus his physique.
Well, yeah, that part wasn't A+, but like Thor Ragnarok was probably the best one. This one, it tried too hard with the one-liners, and I don't know, it
just didn't work.
I mean, it was worth a watch. I mean, it just wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be.
You think they did it just for the sake of doing it, and they shouldn't have pushed it out if it wasn't going to work? You know.
Well, the Marvel movies, they're going to keep busting those out as long as people keep watching.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
saturated, man.
And after Endgame, though, I mean that movie was just incredible.
Marvel and Star Wars are going to go on forever.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And so I mean, after Endgame, like all the ones. Oh yeah, as long as they keep.
Yep.
But now people are going to keep watching him. Like case in point, me watching it yesterday.
It's just the video crack epidemic. They're going to people keep wanting it. So
yeah.
Yep.
But Elvis, we went and saw Elvis last weekend. That one was really, really good.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was really long, but yeah, the guy who played Elvis was incredible. Like you really just watching Elvis. Austin Butler, and Tom Hanks did a great job because you left the theater hating him, and that's really hard to do.
The Colonel.
Yeah.
It was a really interesting story. It was good.
Hey Jen, you know what I read about, because I didn't see it, but you know, there's always print when a movie comes out and they talk about bits and pieces, and the critics they were talking about, well, actually it was a bit Tom Hanks talked about that he had learned and he didn't know about, that the Colonel was like this really adept businessman. And so when Elvis was peaking and starting to climb up and blow up and be big, when they started doing all the marketing and all the swag and things they're selling, he not only like copyrighted the Elvis stuff, he cornered the market on all the I hate Elvis crap so he can make money off that, because he knew people wouldn't like him and he wanted to get rich off of both sides.
Wait,
How
who
genius
did
is that? He was a genius.
Yes.
Colonel.
Who did
That
that?
was actually
Colonel.
in the movie. Like when he was like
Wow.
all this merchandise, he was showing Elvis and his family all this merchandise, and he had like pins that said "I hate Elvis," and he's like, you know, people are who don't like.
And
him,
he
I'm
owned
like,
it.
too. Yes, it was.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
There you go.
He's like, either way,
I
I'm
ain't
getting
never
rich.
heard that before.
Reverse marketing. I like the callback.
Yeah.
See, you reverse market it. Awful authors. Is that what you said, Shane?
Right.
Awful authors. Hey, Jen's frozen. Well, I was frozen earlier, huh? We're all freezing tonight. Is it cold? Ooh.
No, not here. It's
Dude.
405 degrees.
105 degrees. Hey, we're going to transfer over, folks,
All
to
right.
the private
Oh, there we are. Hi.
private show, Jen. We're getting ready to transfer over to the private show.
Jump
So
in if you
We
can.
can swear a lot, and we
Yeah.
can wear our
And
hat.
you can say other words.
Sure. Let me make my hair bigger.
Let's talk dirty.
Let's talk
Yeah.
dirty to me.
Yeah, let's talk dirty with my brother. That sounds like fun.
Thanks, Jen, for showing. Good to see you.
Well, I'll pop in
Spicy
the private
sidekick.
one. It's only 8 o'clock. It's not quite bedtime yet.
All right, I'll see you in the private chat, Jen. Love you so much, my sis. Sing a song and think about sunny weather, folks. Thank you for showing. This means a lot to me to be able to broadcast this, and join us in the private chat, guys. Until we meet again, love you. See you in a couple weeks. Get one of these. Get one of these.